Hello viewers, welcome to UN Autonomous College. Today we are going to discuss about there is a new concept that is known as form processing in JSP part. Now we can focus on a slide. In this section we are going to discuss what are the different terms we are using for our form relevant. That means we can take some data through HTML form, then we can process it in the form of our JSP programming part. Next we are going to discuss what are the different outlines are related to our topic. First of all, we can discuss what are the different introductions are related to our form processing in JSP concept. Then we are learning what are the different methods are related to our form processing. After that, we will learn what are the different reading form data using in our JSP part. Finally, we are learning what are the different types of examples are related to our form designing part. Next, we are going to discuss what are the different introductions are related to our topic. In this topic, we are going to discuss what are the different situations are created to process our form relevant data, so that when you need to pass some information from your browser to the web server and ultimately that means your backend can respond some data. That means just we can think about it, when a user want to provide any type of queries or request from the front end means it is a user development area, and that front end can be developed through our HTML programming language, and that HTML programming language helps to design a front end, as well as that front end may be developed with the help of that JSP part also, so that whenever user can design a front end, and each front end must be linked with a specific type of backend. Backend means it is playing as a database part. That means whenever user can provide any type of request or any type of queries in the form of data, that means the data will be reached at the part of a backend, then that backend can receive it successfully. After receiving this relevant information, the data from that server or from that web page, then it can store for a long period of time. Now we can focus on a slide. Whenever user can successfully providing the request from front end to backend, then in between these two communication we have a middleware part that may be playing as a JDBC part, otherwise you can say it's a part of a server. We know that that is a known part of a web server, where that web server can play a successful role in between your front end and the back end. That means that server helps to process the user relevant information from user side to our server side. That's why the browser uses two methods to pass this information to the web server. We know that whenever user can provide any type of request, that means writing some queries, after writing that queries user can enter that part. At that time we can play a method. Whenever user can providing any type of queries as a request, in that moment we can press a enter. According to that entering, we must playing as a one method that is known as post method. That means whenever user can invoke that post method, automatically the front end data will reach at the part of your backend information. Whenever that backend information can receive our data, according to that data we can searching it, then we are getting a sequence type of consequence in our monitor screen. So it is a general way through which you can process our information in our system, so that similarly whenever user can provide any type of acknowledgement to the front end, in that moment also we can invoke one type of method. It may be explicitly invoked, otherwise it can implicitly invoked. Whenever it is implicitly invoked, in that time that relevant informations is automatically forwarded to our front end section, that means our user side section. By that user side section, a end user can easily retrieve its information according to their queries. Now we can focus on a slide, so that this slide, that's why we focused on is using two type of most important method, that is known as a get method, another known as post method. With the help of these two methods we can successfully importing some data to our server, as well as we can easily exporting some information from that server. So in this way we are running that program. Next we are going to discuss what are the different methods are used in our form processing section. Here we have a method named as get method. We know that to access that form means HTML form, and that form processing is always depends on two methods. That method named as a get method, otherwise you can say post method. With the help of that get method, we can easily sense the encoded user information which is appended to the page request, where the page and the encoded information are separated by, that is known as a question mark character as follows. So how to make it as a separation? We know that if a user want to process it, that means to retrieve some information from that backend server, in that moment we can use the help of that question mark, which is written as, suppose user can typing here http:// it is a signature, that maybe we can say it is a relative path, or we can say that is known as absolute path, where www.test.com, that is known as a one site website we are going to access it. In that site we are typing a specific command like hello, and that hello is a one menu or one type of page which is available in our website. Then we have some values here, q1 value 1, q2 and value 2. These two values can be retrieved successfully from that backend part, so that here that the get method is the default method to pass information from the browser to the web server, which produces a long string that appears in a web browser's location box. That means that website location box helps to locate a specific string which is available in our system, so that it is a one type of recommended that the get method is better not to used, so that if you have password or other sensitive information to pass to the server, in that moment it is not so secure, so that get method is not better to used for each and every moment. We know that whenever user can provide any type of information from their front end to back end, in that moment user can place some problems at the time of communication. If a user can write that get method in their program, in that moment if you are importing any type of user ID and password sections, it may be easily hacked with the help of that get method, so that some informations need to be secure. If a user want to make it secure, in that moment user never try to prefer that get method in their programming part. That's why we always prefer to write our programs that may be related to our password or some user ID sections or some confidential sections. In that moment we are going to prefer to never use this kind of method at the time of development of their programming part. Now we can focus on a slide. Next we are going to discuss what are the different parts related to a get method. Here that get method has size limitation. We know that whenever a user want to use that get method, and that get method always have a one problem that is known as a size limitation problem, so that due to that problem user never successfully retrieve more than one information from their server. So what are the different size can be mentioned here. Only 1024 means 1024 characters can be in a request string. Whenever we can retrieve any information from their backend or their server, in that moment we are only extract some character, that character always lies within 1024 means 1024 characters from their server string. So this information is always passed using that query string header. That query string header is a one type of header part. Through that header we can easily retrieve our information from the backend part, so that will be accessible through query string environment variable, which can be handled successfully by using that get query string method as well as you can say get parameter method. These two method helps to request an object to retrieve their informations or re-forward their informations from their server to their front end section. So in this way we are going to successfully accessing each and every part of a system or every part of a programming header section. So it is a general way of movement through which you can easily maintain to retrieve some sequential or you can say not sequential part of information from their server section. Next we are going to discuss what are the real use of that post method, and that post method is also one type of most important part in this section. Here that post method always reliable method of passing information to a backend program by using that post method, so that this method packages where the information in exactly the same way as the get method is invoked. Whenever that get method is invoked, that means after that get method we may invoke that post method, there is no problem. But here instead of that sending it as a text string after a question mark in the URL, it sends it as a separate message. Whenever user want to pass any information in the form of URL, which is a section of that get method. In that moment, we can write some command or some statements in the form of question mark, which is passed through our URL part, so that get method helps to using this way. So this message comes to the backend program in the form of standard input, which you can easily parse and use for your processing section. So JSP handles this type of request using get parameter method to read simple parameters. Otherwise, that get input stream method helps to read binary data stream coming from the client part. So it is a general part of information through which you can easily maintain it. But here one most important thing is placing here, that is known as JSP always handles this type of request. Means which type of request? Those requests are forwarded from the user side. Whenever user can provide any type of request from their front end to back end, in that moment that post method can play a successful role. Whenever user can invoke any type of just we can say get method, in that moment we can easily retrieve some parameters, retrieve some input streams which is forwarded from our server section, or we can say backend section. That means it is a part of acknowledgement. When a server or any backend can provide any type of acknowledgement from their server part to front end part, in that moment this two method helps us. That is known as a get parameter method or get input method. So that method helps to retrieve some information from their server. Otherwise, if a user want to forward any type of request, any type of information to the server part, in that moment we can take the help of that is known as our post method section. So that if a user want to process it, we must take the help of some information. But here next we are going to discuss what are the reading from data using our JSP part. That means what are the different methods are used to read some confidential information which is placed in our backend part by using some predefined methods which is provided through our JSP part. So here JSP handles some form data parsing which is automatically using the following methods, which depends on the following situations. By using that situations, you can easily retrieve some relevant informations from their backend part. First of all, we are using a method, that method named as a get parameter method. What is the real use of that get parameter method? Here, that get parameter method helps to call request.get parameter method to get the value of a form parameter. That means we have a form and that form contains some parameter. From their parameter we need to retrieve its information to the front end section. In that moment we must take the help of that is known as a request object. That request object helps to invoke that get parameter method, and by using that method we can easily retrieve some parameters which is used in our backend part. So that backend part helps to retrieve that parameters from their subsequential invocation method. Next we have a method named as get parameter values method. Then we are learning what is the real use of that get parameter values method. Here this method, if the parameter appears more than once and returns multiple values, for example checkbox. Whenever user can use a checkbox in their section, in their form page, in their HTML page, in that moment if a user want to retrieve, because you know that if a user can have multiple checkbox at a time, user can select more than one checkbox in a single time period. So that we need to retrieve more than one checkbox values from their backend, or we can say from their front end part. In that moment we must take the help of this method that is named as get parameter values method. With the help of that get parameter values method, we can easily retrieve more than one selection methods which is available in our front end part. Now we can focus on a slide. Next we are going to discuss that is known as get parameter names method. Then what is the use of get parameter names method? So we know that this method, if you want a complete list of all parameters in the current request, then this parameter names method helps us. Whenever user can invoke this method, a user can easily make a one list, and that list contains more than one parameters, and that parameter is always based on some current request. So that if a user want to make a schedule of current request schedule with the help of this get parameter names method. Next we are going to discuss get input stream method. Here that get input stream method helps to read some binary data stream coming from the client part. Whenever user can invoke that client part method, in that moment we can invoke this get input stream method. With the help of that get input stream method, we can easily read some information in the form of binary data streams which is coming from the client side. So in this way we are going to reading some data with the help of that JSP part from our system, so that this get parameter method, otherwise you can say get parameter values method, then we can say get parameter names method, otherwise you can say get input stream method. These four methods helps to make their systems more reliable, so that, and that type of method is always invoked with the help of an object, that object named as, that is known as request object. Similarly, if a user want to retrieve any type of information from their server, then we can say that is known as that is response object. So next we are going to discuss what are the different examples related to our get methods. So it is a simple example which is contains a get method, and that example must be saved with a .jsp page, and that example written as HTML. Then we are writing here head section. In that head section we have a title part. In the title we are writing a message like using get method to read from data. After reading that from data, we must be going to writing some programs here. In that body section we are using some get method to read some form data, so that whenever user can read that form data, after that reading that form data we can easily retrieving some information which are present in our backend part. Next we are making a sequence like URL means on order list tag we are using. Inside that on order list tag we have another subtag that is named as li. Li means it's a list tag. In that list tag we have a label, that label named as fast name, and that fast name must be stored as request.get parameter, means we are retrieving some information from that parameter, and that is known as a request.get parameter with that name fast name. That fast name, it is known as a one type of inbox name. Whenever user can design one type of HTML page, in that HTML page we have two type of box, one box named as a first name, another box named as a last name, and that first box that which is named as a first name, that is known as a text box, and the next one known as a last name, it is known as another text box. With the help of that two text box we can providing some input from their front end part. Whenever user can provide any type of input from their front end section, then user can easily retrieve their information with the help of that method that is known as a get parameter method. Just next page we have a part that is known as how to design that get method in the form of form, means user form section. Here we are designing a HTML form page. In that HTML form page we have some tags we are using, that is known as HTML tag. We know that with the help of that HTML tag we can easily return their programming section. Next we have a body part. In that body section we are writing some tag like form tag. In that form tag we have an attribute like action. In the action attribute we are mentioning some page main.jsp page. We know that main.jsp page is related to our previous slide, and this slide is related to our main.jsp. In that main.jsp written some command like request.get parameter method command. Then we are using another type of methods which is written in the form of expression tag, which is successfully retrieved from their database part. So it is a dynamically you can provide some information which is written in this page. Next we are writing your form with the form name, means writing the first name. In that first name we create a command like text. We are creating one text box. In that text box must have a name, and that named as first name. That means that first name is a name of that text box. Whenever user can write that first name, instead of the first name we can write anything else, but that name must be written in the page of our section that is written here, first name section, get parameter first name part. So this name is known as the name of that input box, and that name of that input box helps us to retrieve that information. Next we have a last name, and that last name must have a parameter like text, and that text named as a last name and where similarly we have a button that is known as a submit button, and in that submit button we have two parts, and that two parts named as submit section and another part known as a one section that is a cancel part. If a user can take the help of that type named as a submit, in that moment we are getting a button. Whenever user can write some commands in their form window, at that time user can click on it, that button, automatically that informations are forwarded to their website page. Whenever user can collect it, then it is automatically retrieved from their information. So, and that submit button must have an attribute that is named as a value attribute. In that value attribute we are writing a name that is known as submit. Whenever user can write that name submit button, we must have a one sections on their monitor screens which is displayed in the form of that submit button. After that, writing this two text box and submit button, we are going to designing a form, and that form must be created successfully in our web page. One thing is must remember that form page that is known as HTML form page is always linked with our that is known as a main.jsp page. So it is a general way to development this type of JSP page in that area. Next section we are going to discuss how to design some programs are related to our post method. We know that by using that post method, user can also easily provide some commands at the time of processing their relevant informations. So that user must use there some commands like get method as well as you can say post methods. Today I will only discuss about what are the different examples are related to our get method. In the next section we are going to discuss what are the real use of that post method and some its example and another parts which are related to our form processing we are learning in the part 2 section, which is discussed in the next part. So that today we are discussing overall what are the different related to our informations that may be get or post to which are related to our form processing section. Okay, finally, thank you, have a nice day.